Good afternoon. This is All India Radio, and I'm Minuti Chatterjee with the Midday News. The headlines. Ahead of his public address at Howdy Modi event in Houston this evening, Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with Kashmiri Pandits, Sikh and Dawoodi Bohra communities. Induction of Rafale aircraft in Indian Air Force will be a game changer, says Air Force Chief. A CBI court in Lucknow summons BJP leader Kalyan Singh in connection with the disputed Babri Masjid demolition case. Driving licenses to be linked with Aadhaar card to check forgery, says IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad. And in sports, Deepak Punia bows out of the World Wrestling Championship title clash due to ankle injury, settles for silver. India and South Africa to clash in the third and final T20 cricket match in Bengaluru this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met CEOs of 17 global energy companies in Houston in the United States today. The companies which participated in the roundtable meet have some engagement and presence in India. On the sidelines, an MOU was signed between Tellurian, a Houston-based energy major, and India's Petronet LNG. Petronet will invest $2.5 billion in Tellurian's proposed Driftwood LNG export terminal in the US in exchange for the rights to 5 million metric tons of LNG per year over 40 years. Talking to AIR about India-US energy ties, Nisha Biswal, chairperson of the US-India Business Council, said that the partnership has been growing substantially.
It's absolutely a two-way collaboration. You're seeing major investments in the United States by Indian energy companies like Adani, like Suzlon, and you're seeing a growing supply of U.S. both crude and LNG heading towards Indian shores. So the traffic is going in both directions.
Ms. Biswal added that she is hopeful of an agreement to be inked at the Modi-Trump engagement. Prime Minister Narendra Modi met members of the Sikh community in Houston today. In a series of tweets, Mr. Modi said he had an excellent interaction with the Sikh community and was delighted to see their passion towards India's development. The Prime Minister also had a special interaction with a delegation of Kashmiri Pandits. They unequivocally supported the steps being taken for the progress of India and empowerment of every Indian. The Prime Minister said he had the opportunity to spend time with the members of the Dawoodi Bohra community as well and spoke about a wide range of issues. Prime Minister Modi also met hundreds of Indian Americans at the Hotel Post Oak, where the CEO's meeting took place. The Prime Minister will today address Howdy Modi event in Houston, where he will be joined by US President Donald Trump. Over 50,000 Indian Americans are likely to attend the event, to be held at a sprawling football stadium. Interacting with our AIR correspondent, Jugal Malani, the organizer of the Howdy Modi event, said Indo-US relations will reach a new level after this mega event.
जब पता चला कि हमारे राष्ट्रपति भी आ रहे हैं तो एक मेगा इवेंट के जगह सुपर मेगा इवेंट हो गया और ये बहुत अच्छी बात है कि उनके आने से एक इंडो अमेरिकन रिलेशनशिप एक नए लेवल पर चला जाएगा। उन दोनों की केमिस्ट्री तो है ही, मगर ये दोनों कंट्रीज के लिए भी एक बहुत बड़ी बात है कि वो एक मंच पर दोनों साथ में रहेंगे।
A series of bilateral meetings have been planned on the sidelines of the UNGA session on the 26th of September. Prime Minister will address the UN General Assembly session between 10 and 11 a.m. New York time on the 27th of September. The News Services Division of All India Radio will broadcast live Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address at Howdy Modi event in Houston on FM Gold and Rajdhani Channel from 9:15 p.m. tonight. The news analysis program will be aired at 8:15 p.m. on FM Gold Channel instead of 9:15 p.m. Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa has said the forthcoming induction of Rafale fighter jets into the Indian Air Force IAF will be a game changer in the South Asian region. In an exclusive interview to Doordarshan News, he said none of the potential adversaries will be able to match the air power of the IAF after the induction of the multi-role fighter jets. Air Chief Marshal Dhanoa also said that there is no shortage of pilots in the IAF.
In the subcontinent, the Rafale is a game changer because what Rafale gets to the table is what both our adversaries don't have. It gets not only maneuverability, it gets an electronic suite which is the most advanced, it gets the air-to-ground capability, air-to-air capability which is the most advanced.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah today said there is no unrest in Jammu and Kashmir following the abrogation of Article 370. He said not a single bullet was fired in Kashmir after the government revoked the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. Addressing a seminar on Article 370 at Goregaon in Maharashtra, he said terrorism will be finished in the coming days. The Home Minister targeted Jawaharlal Nehru, saying POK would not have come into existence had Nehru not declared untimely ceasefire with Pakistan. He said Sardar Patel should have handled Kashmir instead of Nehru handling it.
सरदार पटेल के हाथ में जो 630 रियासतें थी सबकी सब भारत के अंदर समाहित हो गई, मगर कश्मीर का मसला उस वक्त के प्रधानमंत्री जवाहरलाल नेहरू ने अपने कार्यालय में रखा। एक ही स्टेट संभाला था श्रीमान जवाहरलाल जी ने और वहां पर विलय नहीं हुआ।
Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Karambir Singh, reached Dhaka on a 4-day visit to Bangladesh yesterday. He is accompanied by a 2-member delegation. According to a press release issued by the Indian High Commission in Dhaka, Admiral Karambir Singh will meet Chiefs of Air Force, Army and Navy of Bangladesh and the Principal Staff Officer of the Armed Forces Division during his visit. Admiral Karambir Singh will call on the regional commanders of Bangladesh Navy. Visits to Khulna shipyard, various Bangladesh naval stations and operational facilities are also scheduled. The visit is part of the tradition of regular high-level exchanges between the armed forces of the both countries. Union Minister for Commerce and Industry, Piyush Goyal, will attend the meeting of the 7th India-UAE High-Level Task Force on Investment in Abu Dhabi today. The meeting will be co-chaired by Sheikh Hamad bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Managing Director of Abu Dhabi Investment Authority. It will see the two sides hold deliberations on sectors such as petroleum and natural gas, food processing, civil aviation, railways, renewable energy, infrastructure, shipping and construction. India will proactively seek FDI investment from the UAE. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
आज हम मिलेंगे इस गांव की पहली लड़की से जिसने मेडिकल एग्जाम क्लियर करके अपने परिवार का ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे गांव का नाम रोशन किया है। बधाई हो सपना।
थैंक यू।
तैयारी तो सब करते हैं, लेकिन आपने ऐसी क्या खास तैयारी की?
खास तैयारी तो बाबा ने की।
बाबा ने?
4 साल पहले बाबा ने घर पे इज्जत घर बनवाया, तब से बाहर नहीं जाना पड़ा और मैं स्वस्थ और सुरक्षित रह पाई और चैन से पढ़ाई कर पाई। इसी से मेरी तैयारी की शुरुआत हुई।
इज्जत घर के इस्तेमाल से सपना की तरह कई और जिंदगियां बदल रही हैं। इसलिए इज्जत घर का इस्तेमाल करते रहिए, हर कोई, हर रोज, हमेशा।
पेयजल एवं स्वच्छता विभाग, जल शक्ति मंत्रालय, भारत सरकार द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
A special CBI court in Lucknow has issued summons to former Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister and BJP leader Kalyan Singh in connection with the Babri Masjid demolition case. He has been directed to appear before the court on September 27th. The court is conducting the trial of accused persons, including BJP leaders L.K. Advani, Murli Manohar Joshi, Uma Bharati and others, for allegedly conspiring to demolish the mosque at the disputed Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid site in Ayodhya. All the accused are on bail in the case, the trial of which is being conducted on a day-to-day basis on the directions of the Supreme Court. Union IT and Communication Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has said that driving license will be linked with Aadhaar card to check forgery. He was addressing a function in Patna yesterday. Mr. Prasad said duplicate driving license could not be made if Aadhaar becomes mandatory for it. Mr. Prasad said Aadhaar is playing a vital role in checking corruption. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has hailed the Union Finance Ministry's decision to reduce corporate tax rates. He said the cut will also benefit Uttar Pradesh in achieving the goal of a $1 trillion economy Mr. Yogi was speaking to media persons at Indian Institute of Management in Lucknow this morning. Ministry of Sports will create 20 national centres of excellence to groom athletes for 2024 and 2028 Olympics. Each centre of excellence will offer funds for 4 to 6 specific sports. The new scheme will ensure that athletes in the same premises have access to similar facilities unlike before. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Kiren Rijiju said standardizing training on campuses will enable athletes to attain much higher performances in their respective sports.
बेटा कहाँ चले?
मैं चला पार्क। वहाँ होंगे कॉलोनी के सारे बच्चे। हम सब मिलकर चलाएंगे स्वच्छता का अभियान। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है
हम 2 अक्टूबर से पहले लगभग 2 सप्ताह तक देश भर में स्वच्छता ही सेवा अभियान चलाते हैं। इस बार यह 11 सितंबर से शुरू होगा। इस दौरान हम अपने अपने घरों से बाहर निकलकर श्रमदान के जरिए महात्मा गांधी को कार्यांजलि देंगे। पूरे देश में प्लास्टिक के खिलाफ एक नए जन आंदोलन की नींव रखेंगे।
स्वच्छता का ये अभियान चलाना है और सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक को हटाना है।
In Pakistan, at least 22 passengers were killed and 15 others injured after a bus rammed into a hill on a mountainous road in the country's northwest today. According to the police, the accident occurred after brakes of the vehicle failed on the road. The bus was en route from Skardu to the city of Rawalpindi. In Egypt, security forces clashed with hundreds of anti-government protesters in the port city of Suez yesterday, firing tear gas and live rounds. Protesters headed to downtown Suez for the second night in a row, where security forces had put up barricades. A security source said at least 74 people were arrested after clashes between the crowds and police in the capital, Cairo. The protest came after Muhammad Ali, an exiled businessman and an opponent of President Abdul Fattah al-Sisi, posted calls online for demonstrations against him. Saudi Arabia's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Abdel Al-Jubeir, has said that the Aramco attacks were undertaken with Iranian weapons and said that Iran would be held accountable for them. In a press conference in Riyadh, he said that the attacks on Aramco facilities last week were an attempt to target the global energy security. In Japan, a powerful typhoon is heading northeast to the country's main island of Honshu, after lashing parts of southern islands with heavy rains and winds that caused flooding. Typhoon Tapa was passing near Nagasaki in southern Japan this afternoon after hitting other parts of southern Japan. Japan's Met Agency said the storm was moving northeast at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour with maximum winds of 162 kilometers per hour. In World Wrestling Championship, India's Deepak Punia today pulled out of the title clash in 86 kg category against Iran's Hassan Yazdani due to an ankle injury sustained during the semi-final bout. The 20-year-old will have to be content with a silver medal. In cricket, India will play South Africa in the third and final T20 match at Bengaluru today. The game will begin at 7 p.m. India is seeking a 2-0 series win before the Test series begins on the 2nd of next month. The first T20 at Dharamshala last Sunday was a washout. All India Radio will broadcast live commentary on today's match alternately in English and Hindi from 6:30 p.m. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Ahead of his public address at Howdy Modi event in Houston this evening, Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacts with Kashmiri Pandits, Sikh and Dawoodi Bohra communities. Induction of Rafale aircraft in Indian Air Force will be a game changer, says Air Force Chief. A CBI court in Lucknow summons BJP leader Kalyan Singh in connection with the disputed Babri Masjid demolition case. Driving licenses to be linked with Aadhaar card to check forgery, says IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad. And in sports, Deepak Punia bows out of the World Wrestling Championship title clash due to ankle injury, settles for silver. And with that, we end the midday news.